like this. Let me ask people in the chat. Do y'all think that J. Cole's a better overall MC than Conway? Right now. And I'm not talking about, we're going to go
No,
back to
forget that
like
right
Born
now.
Center
No,
and all of that stuff.
forget that right enough stat. Okay.
Well, go ahead.
Look here. Put Cole and Kendrick's catalogs together, and that's about how long Conway's catalog is. You feel me? That's how much material he's recorded. That's why I keep on saying it's like, stop talking like this dude, like just because y'all started recognizing 18 months ago. You feel me? He's been here, and his output, listen to what I'm about to say. His output is very much Wayne-like in his prime in terms of his ability to craft out projects, full projects, and put them out in a brevity of time and then be quality. And it is there. And if you're going to tell me J. Cole is better,
people are saying J. Cole is better. I'm seeing it in the
listen
chat. But I want to know why.
Listen
Go
to
ahead.
what I'm saying. No. Show me the evidence after Forest Hills Drive, because I can give you albums of evidence.
Shout out to Ray Rims with the super chat again. He says, is it fair to say that Conway has been top 3 MC for the past 3 years? I believe so. I don't think we've seen his best work.
It's possible.
It's possible. I mean, and that's what's so dope about a project like this, where it's like, it's real, real dope. But I could see him even making something doper than this. And I love, listen, man,
Nobody said this album was a classic. Like, I didn't say it was a classic. But is it a really dope record? Yes, it is. Is it a really consistent record? Yes, it is. Is it a dope production job? Yes, it is. Is he the MC that he was from a king to a god? No, he's not. But that's why I said this live, and you can go check the tape. I said what he is doing right now lyrically is like on some 95, 94, 96 Nas and big shit. It doesn't happen regularly. And so when he pulls up next year and it's like, oh, well, he wasn't rapping like he was on From a King to a God. It's like, no. I told you guys don't rap like that normally. It don't be happening regularly.
Nas the GOAT asks, is Conway ahead of J. Cole on the all-time list?
That depends, and that's why we got to do that scale again, because here's what I'm going to tell you. Conway's going to win the catalog conversation.
Woo! I'm about to give me a drink.
Conway's going to win the catalog conversations. And he's going to win a lot of categories over Cole. But Cole's going to win overall, and here's why.
What's the overall, though?
His impact has been felt more, and impact matters. And so,
the thing is, man, when it comes to this impact conversation, do you not think that that's part of the machine? Do artists get...
I didn't say it was good.
But I'm just saying, do artists get props for the machine, the work of the machine?
I don't know. Cole's one of those people we don't have to ask those questions. Like, he's earned his, like whatever you feel like his placement is, he's earned it. The skills.
What do you think his impact is? Because I could argue that Conway's impact is, we saw it with the Jadakiss thing at the damn Versus.
Yeah, it's a bit direct.
Griselda. I think that this Griselda shit has reinvigorated a whole era of MCs and people after it.
No, I think it's actually done a little reverse trickle down, like Raponomics, because what it's done is like Griselda's kind of like inspired like the Locks, who were kind of like inspired by like Nas, who was kind of inspired by like KRS-One. And if you look, all of those guys are currently dropping really dope shit. KRS-One, Nas,
KRS-One, yeah. Because what Conway has done and what Griselda has done, they have inspired the guys who influenced them.
So hold on. So let's speak to that right quick. You know what they're inspired by? They're inspired by the rhymes that they hear. And who is the wordsmith and the lyricist in this group? So he is responsible for bringing some of this New York rap rhyme shit back. Yes, he is. Yeah. But it's not going as noticed as Cole's.
What would you say Cole's impact is, though? I'm just asking. I'm being curious.
No, I think he's somebody that's considered to be arguably the greatest MC of his generation, and that's part of the impact. And here's what I'll tell you.
What's the specific impact, though? Like, who do we see that we're like, oh, okay, yeah, man, that comes off of J. Cole's tree?
Well, you want to know it? See, here's what I'm saying is that I don't feel that way about Conway either, because I feel like Conway is off of Prodigy and kind of Cool G Rap's tree. You know, like there are a lot of trees and like a lot of guys fall off the tree. And like that's what I mean. It's kind of funny. It's like Nas is part of Cool G Rap's tree too, even though he doesn't talk that way. It's like literally in delivery and style and some of early material. He's on that tree. You look at somebody like Cole. Cole is on Nas's tree. He's on Rakim's tree. You want to know what all of these guys are? All of those guys are on Rakim's tree because they're all microphone fiends. All these dudes love to rap. But that's about it. But I personally think Conway is greater all time. But if people were to say Cole, they would have some proof of that. Most of the proof lies in Forest Hills and the guest appearances and the impact, though. But it's been felt. Yeah.
We're getting a lot of super chats tonight, you know. Put in the super chat you want us to read the comment. Nas the GOAT says, cool. How is Conway going to win overall when Conway doesn't have a better album than Forest Hill or For Your Eyes Only? Whoa, calm down. Nah. I'm not with that comment. I disagree wholeheartedly.
Okay, first.
I think that From a King to a God, in my personal opinion, it's better than both. But whatever.
Hold on. Even like, let's say you feel a certain type of way about Forest Hills Drive. We can wash that with From a King to a God. And then after that, I'm going to start whipping you with Conway's catalog over Cole's catalog. It's like Born Center and Forest Hills are his best projects to me. And the Villmatic mixtape.
Shout out to Mad Max with the $20 super chat over here. He says, look, Conway's last two projects are the only projects that the majority likes. Like this and From a King to a God. Nobody talks about Lulu's tape. Like the Benny, the Star, Cole has better projects. Not close.
Okay, so
yeah, there are a lot of forgettable projects in between. And I'm sipping Crown. I'm sorry.
So here's the thing when you're saying forgettable projects like Lulu. Lulu is a 5-song EP. And here's what I mean. No, it's not forgettable because Seen It a Lot and Shoot Sideways with Schoolboy Q is on there. You remember Shoot Sideways?
Shoot Sideways was dope.
Right. So that's what I'm saying where it's like, no. That's why I'm saying he got so much material that you can go to each one of those projects that you're saying this is like, and it's like you're going to find out it's not good. Look What I Became isn't, Everybody Is Food isn't, The Black Tape isn't, Like, no, he's got a lot of what we would call 4s out of 5s.
Ross says the Conway Big Ghost LTD album is underrated. Love those records. Yeah.
Hold on, which one?
No, he's just talking about all of the ones that they did are underrated. Right. Yeah, I mean, he has so much material, and I think that not a lot of people are privy to a lot of the material that Conway's been able to put out. Yeah. And again,
hold on.
Go ahead.
No. Keep talking because
I was gonna say, not to sound like a broken record, but it's no excuse, man. These guys are putting in work. Right. You earn your titles, you earn your stripes. I've always even felt like that about what Jay was doing in the 90s and early 2000s. Like that level of consistency and being able to come back to back to back to back while others were taking years off and stuff like that. Like, you earn that crown. Now he's the best MC in the game. And it just is what it is. I mean, unless you want to count Nas, but, because what Nas did last year was unprecedented.
No. But quite frankly, we need to stop giving, like as black men, and I'm not joking when I say this, we need to stop giving credit to the guys who don't go to work when there are guys who go to work all the time that are just as great as them. Because when you keep bringing up Kendrick and these guys who don't go to work, because that's what it is. Like, you're not going to work, and this guy goes to work all the time. Mike, This is just in my catalog from Conway.
Go for it.
I got Reject 2, 2015. Griselda Ghost, 2015. GOAT, 2017. The Black Tape, 2018. That's the one with Rare Form with Pete Rock on it. Mm-hmm. Everybody Is Food 2, 2019. Everybody Is Food, 2018. Everybody Is Food 3, 2019. Look What I Became, 2019. No One Mourns the Wicked. That's one of those Ghost LTD projects. Lulu, 2020. From a King to a God, 2020. If It Bleeds, It Dies, 2021. Big Ghost LTD project again. La Maquina, 2021. God Don't Make Mistakes, 2022. Mike.
La Maquina had bangers on it.
Had KD on there.
Yeah.
Had Scatterbrain on there. Right. So what I'm trying to say to you is that, like, listen to this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Whoa, that's Cole and Kendrick's whole career right there. That's
Mad
Cole
Max with another super chat.
career.
He says, LOL, taking the Truly Yours EP by J. Cole over Conway's EPs. Sorry. Three Wishes hits different, man. And those Cole mixtapes, they were crazy. And Born Sinner was great. I mean, again, you guys are reaching back. We're talking pretty current right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we...
No.
Go
And
ahead.
here's what's crazy about it. That's not his contribution to West Side and Benny's stuff either. Because like when we weigh these other guys, we weigh their contributions. Oh, that's not when because the verse on The Cow is on Hitler Wears Hermes too, if I'm not mistaken. That's not even on his joint. That might be the best verse of his career and one of the greatest verses of all time. It's not even on any of his projects. Okay? So he got stuff floating out there like Cole do just on his bro stuff where he is smashing. He's been in this zone for quite some time. Like the guy from 2015 to 2018 is great. The guy from 2018 to now is all-time great. I'm
putting them over Cole, man.
Period. Did you just listen? I mean, I want people to go listen to some of these records on.
But again, they're gonna say we overrate Conway.
No.
After today, anybody who hasn't went and listened to this album, go ahead.
You don't like 200 Pies with 2 Chainz?
I do.
That's what I'm saying. You don't like From a King to a God? You don't like Look What I Became? That's the one that got Tito's back on it, where him and Benny's doing the back and forth.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. They're blistering, Mike. They sound like Ray and Ghost on that record. They sound like Ray and Ghost on the record. What are these people talking about?
It's the machine. They act like they forgot.
Right.
With a fatal shot. Lee laying in a vacant lot, trying to take my bread. You can take
the Scotty Biscuit. No. I'm looking at this work, man. No, he's been putting in work, Mike. The Devil's Reject too. Sky Zoo is on there. Rock Marciano's on there. Why are these dudes getting down with him in 2015? Why is Rock getting down with Conway in 2015? Because he heard it. Okay. Why was Prodigy getting down with Conway? Why was Cool G Rap getting down with Conway? Listen to what I'm about to say again. Cool G Rap co-signed Conway.
Let me ask the J. Cole people. Do y'all feel like the off season's better than From a King to a God? Do y'all feel like the off season is better than this album?
It's not. It's not better than either one of these projects. It's just not. And I'm not the biggest fan of this project, but it's a really great project because it really doesn't have a lot of holes. Because my holes about it is like, well, he's not Nas, and there's no Lemon or Jesus Crisis, and he played it kind of safe.
I think DeCarlo has hit the point here. He said, y'all gonna lose this. J. Cole got me through high school, bro. His music means more to this generation. There it is. That's fine.
The impact. That's the impact that I'm talking about. Listen to what he just said. Yeah. That's a great comment and point.
And there we have it. And if that's what it is, I get that.
No, I can eat that.
Yeah.
But don't tell me that he's just like pound for pound and bar for bar better, because it's like I'm looking at his catalog. It's like, man, y'all don't even rap as much as this guy, and he's just as good as you on the mic. You don't rap as much as him. He's as good as you on the mic. His 2 best projects are better than your 2 best projects, in my opinion. That would make him better to me.
Friday Night Lights is, that's a groundbreaking one.
Those are all 3.5. That's what I'm saying. Those are all 3.5s to 4s, though.
I think I was reading a comment in one of our videos where somebody said, I don't ever talk down on Kanye. And yeah, and I guess, maybe that's just, I didn't even notice. But like he said that J. Cole got him through high school, albums like The College Dropout mean a lot. They do.
It's funny because I feel more like a Kanye fan than you, but I always feel like you're the one up here defending him more. And I think that'd be funny. Like about
you feel like you're more of a Kanye fan than I am?
Yeah, I do. I feel like I feel him more. Yeah, I do. I just because my expectations are different, so I don't be with the bullshit, like none of it. Because it's like I know what he's capable of and what he's really supposed to be. So it's like, no. You feed that to the sheep, fam.
It's one of those things where Kanye was that artist that was doing it during a time when I was trying to do it or wanted to do it, and believe it or not, some of the things that he ended up doing, I was like, damn, I thought of doing that. Like like when he had the marching band up there for the Chappelle block party. those are some things that I was conjuring up. But it's like, so I see what he sees in those ways, and I respect him as a creator. I think that's more so what it is. You know, it's like you got to respect the creators and respect where they're coming from with it. And I think that's why, and we'll get into that too in episode 2 when Pharrell said what he said to Kanye, and he really felt where Kanye was coming from. Pharrell's a creator; he gets it. Most Def's a creator; he gets it. And so I think that's probably what my Kanye connection is with that. I respect the fact that he's a creator and he's self-contained in that.
No, so I got 2 quick stories for you. One song that I recorded with my cuz when we were in a group together was a solo record that I had called Halftime. And he built the beat for me, and he meant for it to have like a live band feeling, for it to be performed with a live band. This is like 02, 03. So this is even before I think College Dropout dropped. And so like I feel you on that. You know who was the first person that really made me realize that Kanye did something different? It was Holla. I was recording a record that was supposed to come out on my second album called Keep It Moving. I had this jungle style beat. It was dope as fuck. It's one of the best beats I've still ever rapped over. And Holla had the second verse. And on the second verse, he was talking about, since Khan came and made no name into something, I'm going to do the same thing. And I was like, oh, because I mean, you know, Holla, there's somebody I'm rapping next to and with and against like all the damn time. And Kanye had hit him. We're in the yo together every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when he's and this is on my record that I asked him to jump on. You know what I'm saying? And so when he said that on the record, I was like, yo, Ye is out here impacting culture because it's going on in the yo that I'm recording in with my right hand man. Like I got more records with Holla than I got with anybody.
Shout out to Holla, man. Yo, I want to get to, we got like 4 super chats to get to. Can I get to these real quick and we'll get back to Conway? J Mar says, I'm dead serious when I say this. There's no way you guys have the same ears saying that Conway is the best, on his best day, raps on the level as early Nas, Jay, and Big. Oh, yeah, well, you know. Okay, we'll get to that comment. Ray Realm says,
we can get right into it.
Hold on, let me get to the other super chats. You know, take note. Ray Realm says J. Cole is nasty, but if he and Conway did an album together, the machine would out-rap him 70% of that project. Whoo, I want to get to that comment too. DeCarlo says, and see, that's not a nostalgic comment. I mean, you know, I'm just going to say that. DeCarlo says, you also have to consider that J. Cole is one of the last superstars in hip-hop. He had it in an era where they don't exist anymore. Well, that's interesting too. We could talk about that. And Nas the GOAT says Jay-Z put out more music than Nas in the beginning, but we all know who's better. And that same thing goes for Conway versus Cole, in my opinion. All right, let's start with that first comment.
Let's go. So
first comment was the Conway being on the level of a Jay, Nas, Big.
Okay, so I didn't say that he was rhyming on their level in terms of all time. What I'm saying is the way that he was rhyming, from a king to a god, was lyrically on par, consistency and greatness wise, and consistently getting message across effectively on a level of a 95, 96, 97 Big, or 94, 95, 96 Nas. I know exactly what I said. You can go listen from a king to a god and hear it.
Yeah,
it's there. Like that's why we talking about is evidence. Like, you want some evidence? The evidence is every record from a king to a god lyrically.
Yeah,
because lyrically, it is extremely hard as a writer and an MC on every single song to come off. It comes off on every record. That's some Big and Nas shit. 94, 95, 96, or Hov in 97. Like, in terms of, you're gonna get on the record, he's gonna say something that's gonna make you take note. Yeah, he did do that. Just because you don't like the talk doesn't mean it's not noteworthy.
Well, I think I think DeCarlo kind of hit to that it's kind of nostalgic in a sense. Like, it's certain people that we're just not going to say certain people are better than, or at the level of.
I want to go to that 70%.
Yeah, comment. That's what we're going to go to next. What do you think would happen if J. Cole and Conway were doing a project together?
what he said was going to happen because Conway be showing up hungry every day.
I think so too.
Every day. He'd be hungry.
So too.
He'd be hungry.
Well, someone in the chat says that J. Cole just washed Benny, but
that's not
Conway's not Benny, unfortunately. I hate to say it like that, and that's not a knock to Benny or anything.
It's not. Benny hasn't out-rapped Conway on a record since George Bondo. That was 2020. It's 2 years ago. Pray for Paris came out in April of 2020. It's late February 2022. The last time Benny out-rapped Conway on record was on George Bondo, April 2020. They probably recorded around this time. It's literally been 2 years. It's not the same conversation. No, it's not.
It's not. I do respect the fact that, J. Cole...
It's not the same conversation, Mike. Benny just said lyrically Conway somewhere else, so it's not the same conversation.
I do respect the fact that, I think it was DeCarlo's comment to say that J. Cole's part of the last batch of superstars. Yes, it's kind of like the last batch of when the major labels actually had a hold on who was going to be next and who was going to get a rollout as a new artist.
Right. So hold on, Mike. I need you to stop right there because this goes to a point that I made, that Conway made about the album. You want to know why Conway is here, really? And this is what I mean about how skilled he is, really. You just said something. DeCarlo just said something. He's one of the last superstars that kind of like the media, mainstream, all that, right? This pandemic shit made it about who could rap the most and who came out on top. And Conway said it in this album. That pandemic line about the artists not being able to get their shit dropped and he laughing in the background. Yep. He like, yeah. He's like, because what he's saying is like, now it's on even playing field. You ain't got nobody to pump you up or promote you. Whoever's the best is really going to show. And what happened when this climate became skills driven is that he showed himself more than anybody else. We do not know if Cole and Kendrick would have thrived in that climate that he just did. He came to the rise during a pandemic when the label shut shit down.
Yeah.
He got here because he was nice.
And the rappers were rapping.
He was nice. He nice. Y'all missing the point. And y'all missing the point about how embedded in the culture, how he got here is.
No, really.
You're bigging up this mainstream media shit while y'all following according to hip hop is supposed to be for the people. What are y'all doing?
Mad Max says y'all calling Conway Big Nas J.
Oh, I said the album lyrically, where he is, that zone he was in.
With him rapping like Ray and Ghost, and J. Cole is out rapping Conway.
Back and forth on Tito's back is like Ray and Ghost. Go listen to Tito's back. Go listen to Tito's back. You don't even know the record I'm talking about.
He said, I heard Cole out rap Push. Listen, I get the whole J. Cole love, and J. Cole deserves this love.
Got the best verse on Game's album on Jesus Piece. Cole's got the best verse on Jesus Piece to me, and Kendrick's on there, Game's on there, Pusha T's on there, and Cole's got the best verse on the album. Ain't nobody taking nothing away from Cole.
I respect the fact that Cole's still outside, and like you said, 2020 kind of showed where the game was. Rappers were rapping in 2020. And when the majors didn't have like that control over who was getting the visibility, and it was no more visibility. It was all about the music and who could put it out. It wasn't about who was getting chosen to be on this festival stage because there were no festival stages. It was just the music and just the bars. And that's where Griselda thrived. That's where Conway basically took the game on a lyrical level and ran with it. And you know what? And I love to see that following year, Nas picked up on that and did the same exact thing. He was able to do that with KD2 and with Magic. You think in another batch of years, Nas is going to drop 2 albums in 1 year and drop an album like Magic? He knew everything was about the music. He understood things were about the bars. And it wasn't about who was on this festival stage, who was on this and that, who was being co-signed by this person. Rappers are rapping now. And that's why, again, I hate to continuously be redundant. That's why it's so jarring that this certain individual is missing in action. Because we're talking about rappers rapping right now.
Right, so we need to
Jay Electronica's even showing up again because it's time to rap.
Hold on.
Yeah.
And he's showing up rapping on Griselda albums. Yeah, he is.
Jay Electronica's showing up because it's not about who's on whatever stage. It's about making music and rapping.
So I'm going to say this again. What Conway did was kind of like some reverse trickle down raponomics. By him being the core of this group as an MC and a lyricist, it thereby inspired a previous generation. By previous generation, I'm going to go directly to the Locks. In the Locks, you have Jadakiss, okay? Directly inspired. He hears that. Nas is hearing all of this going on too. He's hearing Conway. He's hearing Jadakiss and Raekwon on records with these guys, doing intros, giving them bars. And Nas is sitting back just like Jadakiss and Ray and all those guys are. It's like, oh, these guys are helping me reinsert what I really, really do and want to do into the climate. And so then Nas and guys like AZ start to reinsert themselves into this climate and make some of the best material in their career. And the guys who they were inspired by, like a KRS-One.
Yeah. Whose album is dope, by the way. We'll talk about KRS-One album.
Ridiculously dope.
KRS-One is cementing himself in that I don't want to say rant, but what he said at the verses, where he was like, "It's me, I'm the one."
You want to know what?
He's showing that.
You want to know what I thought right now? And I listened to it today, Mike, and this is exactly my thought. Big Daddy Kane and Rakim and Cool G Rap or LL or Slick Rick cannot give me this album right now.
So what you're saying right here on this show on February 25th, 2022, you're saying right now, KRS-One is the best MC out of that batch of 80s greats.
No, Rakim is still the best, but I always thought KRS-One was number 2. This is more evidence of why. I would still put him at number 2 from his era, but that doesn't change the fact that nobody from his era could make a project like we just heard. But Mike, I say that to say that all relates back to Conway, because Griselda's the one that got all these guys back on this rap shit, because they're the one that got New York back on that rap shit. That starts with Conway. That actually starts specifically with Reject 2 in 2015 and the verse on the Cow in 2016. So he's responsible for a lot that people are not talking about in terms of the craft of MC.
Because a lot of it's kind of happened underground, and it hasn't happened right in your face in a way that a J. Cole or Kendrick or Drake even has happened,
Well, let's have a culture moment right quick, because I go back to this record, and this is what I mean. I go back to Microphone Fiend on Follow the Leader so much because here's why. It's the first time that I had ever really heard somebody spaz like that on record. Like, just go, go, go. But the record be so great still, even though he's just going. Like, there's no hook on Microphone Fiend, is there?
No.
Okay, so that's, for me...
Microphone Fiend. But, I mean, yeah, it's pretty much...
Microphone Fiend is a culture moment, because it's one of those things where he separated himself skill-wise when he did that. He's like, man, no. Damn all these 16 bars. I'm putting all these bars together, and I'm still going to make a hot record that you can listen to in full and appreciate, but know that I'm the greatest MC still. And so I look for those Microphone Fiend records. And so that's why I go to Jesus Crisis. Jesus Crisis is one of those Microphone Fiend records. Where's J. Cole's Microphone Fiend record?
DeCarlo says, don't get it twisted. Industry matters. Conway don't have a Power Trip or Wet Dreams in his catalog. There's still levels to this.
He doesn't need one either.
Songs matter. Did we not hear the song with Jill Scott? Hold on.
No.
Did we not hear the song with Jill Scott on this current album? My thing is, if we want to talk about the machine and songs like Power Trip and Wet Dreams, if a song like this song with Jill Scott had that same level of push, this is a song you're going to hear on the radio all day, every day.
I want to get back to this rap. I know, and I hear all of that, Mike, and very valid, but I want to get back to this rap shit. Where's J. Cole's Jesus Crisis? Where's Kendrick's Jesus Crisis? Where's that Microphone Fiend shit at?
That's real.
That shit that cements you, that it says, it's like, no, I got this, and you're not taking this from me, because all the other greats have it. Hove got it, Big got it, Nas got it. Like, everybody else got it. And
Ray Rim
so when I'm called great,
no.
That's why I told you that Jesus Crisis is a moment. Lemon is a moment. Juvenile Hell is a moment. Those are Microphone Fiend moments where it's like, no, give me all of that. Give me that.
Ray Rim says, can anyone name 4 MCs more skilled than KRS in human history? If you can, please explain that in the super chat. We got a $50 super chat here.
Skill.
And I'm sorry I can't pronounce the name, and you contribute so much. Is Tibonet, I believe.
We're gonna have to get that enunciation.
Yeah. We'll get the let's get the pronunciation of that. He said, "I bet y'all 50 Kendrick would drop Conway. Would drop Conway's voice and hook game stops him from being at the Biggie and Nas level. Conway versus Game in the verses would be dope." Let me read that one more time.
No, I heard it.
I bet y'all 50 Kendrick would drop. And I guess we're getting that $50 because Kendrick didn't drop. I appreciate your honesty here. Conway's voice, hook, and hook game stops him from being a Biggie and Nas level. Conway versus Game in the verses would be dope. I appreciate that super chat and you keeping your word. Kendrick did not drop an album. If anybody else wants to place any bets on Kendrick dropping any music, I'm taking them. I will send it to your Cash App because he ain't dropping shit.
Let's stop for a second. And we need to get Fam's name right because I think he just made the best point of the whole show. Because if you want to tell me that he doesn't belong in that stratosphere and it's about his voice, because he doesn't have a Biggie or a Nas voice. So he's absolutely right.
Yeah, not a lot of people.
Biggie's voice and Nas's voice is super special too. Like those are top 10 voices.
Okay,
so he doesn't have that. Like when I mean top 10 voices, I mean like I got like Biggie at like number 1 and like Nas at like 6. You know what I'm saying?
Who are your top 5 voices in hip hop?
Biggie, Tupac, and Method Man are the easy ones.
Biggie, Tupac, Method Man.
It's easy.
What do you feel about Ice Cube's rap?
I was actually thinking about Ice Cube and Chuck D.
Well, Chuck D's definitely top 2 for me. Rakim's very high too.
So I'm more of a fan of Nas's voice than Rakim's voice actually. So I have Rakim right after. I am actually, because it's like
which Nas voice though?
The Take It in Blood Nas voice specifically.
Okay, I can go with that.
That voice, that guy.
Oh, J Mar with the super chat says, "Ask Coop to recite a Conway iconic quotable." He's putting you on the spot. I know you got some more.
My goals, I'm going to make it messy.
I knew you were going there.
OG told me you got to kill a nigga you love, do it clean, don't make it messy. Bell's palsy, bitches still say I'm sexy. Good night. Good night. Bell's palsy, bitches still say I'm sexy. Stop that. Stop that. Don't you ever do that.
Listen,
Fronted my homie caught a joint. He stopped answering. Been my nigga since grammar school. I don't know how to handle it. He said you keep leaving that going on. It's gonna lead to canceling. In other words, you can't let it slide. You gotta handle it. Lemon squeeze, lemon squeeze, lemon squeeze, lemon squeeze. Don't tell my nigga stay. Tell him to stay dangerous. Auntie hit the stem, almost fainted. Fiends love me in every ghetto, nigga. I'm famous. Have some fuck boys pull up, do you heinous? What are we talking about?
Yo, all right. I knew this was a question earlier. I think DeCarlo asked this. Is this album of the year so far? Because I know last week we were giving Currency and The Alchemist that consideration thus far.
I enjoyed Currency's album more, but I don't know if it's better. So we're going to have to wait and see because I would give both of these albums right now 4.5. For different reasons. I told you the Currency album is very Alfredo-ish.
It is.